Cheers. Hey, I'm Lori Searle with Yoga and Fitness to Go, and today we're doing happy hour yoga. This is going to be in all levels, short sequence that you can do that will have, it'll be a smooth transition from your long working day into a nice, peaceful night. And it's healthier and quicker than a cocktail. So this is my friend Jacqueline, who'll be doing all the poses, and we have our cacao teenies here. So grab a friend and a healthy bev of your own, and let's start. Want one sip? Much real good. Okay. Okay. I'll take that from you. Give back to you later. So we're going to start with our feet open a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Maybe even a little wider than that. Good. And then just soften up the knees a little bit. Take the palms together at heart center. And for those of you at home, you can keep your eyes closed here, or you can keep them open. From here, you're just going to sort of roll your energy forward on the balls of the feet, and then back on the inside arches of the feet and the outside arches of the feet. And all you're going to do is just start coming into your breath. So if you're going to keep your eyes open for this one, just keep the gaze down at your fingertips, or you can just kind of close your eyes and just come into the rhythm of a slow, slow movement, almost like a Tai Chi movement, really slow. Just becoming present in the moment. And if you can, just start to elongate your breath, really long inhales and exhales. And for those of you who have been practicing for a while, you can come into the Ujjayi breath, which is more of an audible breath. And we'll just take a couple more circles, maybe in another direction. And then eventually we're going to stay nice and still on all four corners of the feet and start to elongate the legs. You can even lift the toes and really feel the energy in the lower part of the body. And again, eyes can stay closed or open. We're going to take a big breath in and reach the arms up and over the head. And just circle the arms. So whichever direction we come out and back in. And we're just going to do a few more just like that. All the way up, out, and back in. And this is just a really nice way to start loosening up the shoulders, right? Especially if you are working in an office, this is a great way to just kind of get those joints lubricated and relaxed. And then we'll just reverse the flow, so you'll take those arms out and bring them back in. Just a few times. And just work with the breath here. So on a big inhale, reaching the arms up. And as you exhale, taking the palms together in heart center. Good, and we'll just do one more of those. And then from here, we're just going to relax the arms alongside the waist. Keep the right palm on the right thigh. You're going to inhale and lift the left arm all the way up and over. Start to reach over towards the right side, anchoring down through your left foot. Wonderful lateral stretch. You'll feel like 2 inches taller after you've done a couple of these. Good, let's take a big breath in, slowly come back up to center, and then release left arm, right arm reaches all the way up. We're gonna make you earn your cacao teenies. And our cacao teenies are not alcoholic, so you can add alcohol if you want. Slowly come on up on your next inhale, and then let's just release the palms back behind the low back, interlace the fingers and stretch. From here, slowly start to take the head all the way back, and then exhale, gently draw your chin all the way down towards your chest. And we'll do that a couple more times, just to sort of loosen up and relax the neck. So a lot of us are behind the wheel of the car, behind the computer a lot of the times. This is a space that tends to sort of jam up on us. So if we're stuck in a traffic jam, we can jam up our body as well. So nice and soft. Okay, maybe one more of those, chin down towards the chest, and then all the way back. And then we'll return towards center, take a big breath in, and then slowly release the right ear towards the right shoulder. Just feeling that nice, long expanse in the left side of the neck. How does that feel? Very good. Very nice. Let's take a big breath in, come back to center, and then just over towards the other side. And even if you only have a few minutes a day, this is just a good enough sequence to do if you have 3 minutes to just sort of relax the upper body. Let's slowly come all the way back up. And then as we exhale, chin all the way down towards the chest, you're going to roll all the way down towards the floor. From here, you can release the fingertips down towards the floor. And for those of you with tight hamstrings, that would be the back of your legs, right? Or tight, stiff low back, especially if you've been sitting for a long period of time, you can just bend the knees. right? Or if you have a block at home, you can take the hands to a block. Get a deep breath. From here, just let go of your day. Just let it all hang out. Shake out the head, neck, shoulders. Dangle the arms if it feels good. Take a big breath in and let it out through the mouth. Good. So Jacqueline makes it look easy. A couple more deep breaths here. And then from here, you're just going to inhale, look up and lengthen the spine. So we're going to make a tabletop with our low back. And then exhale, fold. Just riding the wave of the exhale. Inhale halfway. And exhale, fold. Good, one more just like that. Big breath in. And exhale, fold. Good, from here we're just going to inhale, look up and prepare the body. And then from here you're just going to take your right leg back behind you into a lunge. Fingertips are going to go either side of your left foot. For those of us who are a little tight or a little tired, feel free to just drop this back knee down towards the floor. If you're feeling really strong and you want a little bit more energy, you keep that back knee lifting off the floor. Right fingertips are going to stay to the floor. You're going to take your left palm to the left thigh and just twist. Twists are great for detoxifying, releasing any tension in the low back, especially if you've been sitting for a long period of time. You're going to hold here for a few breaths. From here, we'll gently release the left palm down towards the floor. And we're going to come back into plank, which is a strong upper push-up position. Now, if you've been practicing for a really long time, this is where you're going to stay. If you're new to yoga, just drop the knees down towards the floor. It's still really strong for the core, and this is what's going to build some heat and some energy in the body. Big breath. Try to stay here for a good 5 to 10 deep breaths if you can. If you can't, it's not a big deal. And then from here, we'll slowly press back into downward facing dog. A delicious pose. You have a forward fold happening here. Head is lower than the heart, so it's going to relax and soothe the nervous system. We're stretching the entire low back body from the hamstrings all the way down to the Achilles heel or your ankle. Deep breaths. You can do a little head shake if that feels comfortable. And again, tight low back or tight hamstrings, you just soften up the knees. We're going to start to walk the feet forward towards the hands. Nice and slow. Inhale, looking up and lengthening the spine to a tabletop. And then we'll take the left leg back behind us, do the other side, right? Because we don't want to walk out of here and be all hobbling on this, right? Nice and even. Again, dropping the knee, we're keeping it lifting. That right palm is going to come down towards the right thigh and just twist. Opening up your heart. It's a very simple, easy sequence, right, Jack? I've done this millions of times before. Yes, millions of times. But there's so much power in doing the repetitive motion. Something so simple. It doesn't matter how long you've been practicing yoga. It's always going to make you feel good. That's what keeps us coming back, right? Let's take one more big breath here, and then we'll come back into our plank pose again, our nice strong upper push-up. Now, if you're feeling really, really strong, we can take it up a notch. From here, Jacqueline's going to drop her right elbow, followed by her left elbow down to the floor, working a little bit more strength. So it takes a lot of upper body strength to do this. How you doing? And then from here, you're going to slowly come right back up to plank, so lifting one elbow, then the next. Now, if you've got time and energy, you can do this 5, 10, 15 times, but we're only going to do a couple for a demo, so you can drop down again if you want. One elbow at a time. Happy hour yoga. Slowly lift up and press all the way back, downward facing dog. Let's take a big breath in and let it out. Good. Slowly start to walk your feet forward towards the hands. We're just going to do a couple sun salutations. This is just a very, very basic sun salute. Just warm up the body. Inhale as you look up and lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold. You'll see this in a lot of Hatha yoga classes or Ashtanga or flow yoga classes. And it's really healing and very cleansing. Take a big breath in. Nice flat back. We're going to slowly rise all the way up to stand. And then palms are going to come together at the heart. Just 2 standard sun salutations just to kind of warm up the body. Big breath in. Arms are going to reach up. And exhale. We're going to fold all the way forward. It's just so nice to watch her and not have to do it myself. Inhale, look up and lengthen the spine. We're going to walk our way back to that upper push-up pose and move on from there. Beautiful, bending the knees and walking back. From here, we're going to take a big breath, and then we're going to lower the knees, followed by the heart to the floor, making our way into cobra. From here, those elbows are going to skim the side body, just like a grasshopper, slowly lifting the heart. So shoulders are relaxed away from the ears and slowly release down. If there's any pinching in the low back, don't lift so high. Press all the way back, downward facing. Let's take a few deep breaths there. And then when you're ready, you can slowly start to walk the feet forward towards the hands. If you've had a particularly stressful day, feel free to hang out as long as you want in any one of these poses, breathing for strength or breathing to let go. We're going to slowly rise all the way up, and then we're going to show you a more advanced way of doing that little sequence. Exhale, palms are going to come together at the heart. Good. One of the most powerful things about yoga, inhale, reaching the arms up and over, is that we link our breath with the movement. So it's almost like our breath is what's moving us, not our muscles. Unless you're holding plank, right, Jacqueline? Inhale, look up and lengthen the spine. And then exhale, we're going to come back into plank pose and lower down into a push-up, a real push-up, like a real, yogi push-up. Elbows alongside the body, just like we did the first set. And then from here, legs stay lifted. We're going to come into upward facing dog. Inhale. So just like cobra, except the legs are lifting. This is going to challenge your low body a little bit more. So make sure your tailbone is long, the belly is in, no pinching in the low back, downward facing dog. How's that? Good. Let's stretch that right leg all the way up towards the sky. Some of us can't reach the right foot forward towards the hand, so if we need to, just grab that right foot and draw it forward towards the right thumb. Otherwise, sweep it forward. Option number one, your knee is going to go down to the floor. Otherwise, if you feel nice and strong, keep it lifted. Arms are going to reach up. Now, especially if you've been sitting or driving, this is going to be an awesome stretch for your hip flexor, which becomes shortened, right, when you're sitting for a long period of time. Good. Tailbone is down, belly is in. We're leaning back. Our torso is nice and strong. From here, we're just going to go swimming with the arms. So start to take the arms back, just like you're going to give a giant person a hug. Deep breath. So you might be finding here, balance might be a little icky. If that's the case, that knee goes down to the floor. Otherwise, keep it up. Let's do a couple more. The distractions of the outside world. We have to block out with our breath. One last time. Good, and then as we exhale, palms down towards the floor. Right back into downward facing dog. Big breath in. We'll send that left leg into the air. And exhale, sweep it forward towards the left thumb. Good, same thing, so that knee can drop, or you can keep it lifting, arms are going to reach up. So we backstroked on this one. Let's front stroke for the next 5 cycles. Delicious for the shoulders. Good, and all she's doing is each breath she's lifting, and each breath out she's releasing. Last one, palms are going to come down towards the floor. We're going to go right back into downward facing dog. So here's a great place to sort of open up our energy, open up our heart. The insides of our arms reach forward, outsides of our arms turn back. Let's take a big breath in. We're going to go right into the right side again. Right leg's going to reach all the way back. And then sweep it forward towards that right thumb. Beautiful. From here, just gently drop your back heel to the floor. Arms come up. So these are warrior legs, right? Feel nice and strong and warrior. Opening up the hip just a little bit more. Rounding down through your lower body and lifting and feeling the lightness in the upper body. Good. From here, let's do another heart opener, shoulder opener, palms back behind you. Interlace the fingers and stretch. Big breath in, and then big breath out. You're just going to ride that wave, fold forward over that front thigh. Beautiful. One big breath in, you're going to slowly lift back up. And then as you exhale, you're just going to release the arms and give yourself a good hug. Right arm over left. Give yourself a squeeze. And from from here, you're just going to drop your right ear down towards your shoulders. Sometimes all you need is a squeeze, right? And then slowly take the head back up and gently release the arms back down to the floor, downward facing dog. Big breath in, that left leg is going to stretch straight up, and then you're going to sweep it on forward. Dropping your back heel to the floor, arms are going to lift. So these hips are nice and square, like headlights pointing forward towards the front of the room. From here, gently release those palms back behind your low back, interlace and stretch. Nice and strong in the belly, you're just going to ride the wave of the exhale and fold over that front thigh. Nice and juicy. Good, slowly start to lift your way back up. From here, you're going to give yourself another hug because we always need more hugs, left and right. And then gently drop your left ear down towards your left shoulder. Now, more advanced yogis can actually take eagle arms or back with palms together, palms together. Right. So to keep that neck stretch if that feels comfy. Big breath. So now you're opening through the shoulders and opening through the back of the shoulders. So it's really nice to sort of get that energy going. Take a big breath here. Gently release the palms down towards the floor. We're going to make our way back into downward facing dog. Deep breath. Straight into the right side. Right leg reaches. Exhale. Sweep it forward towards the right thumb. Back heel is going to come back down to the floor. Warrior pose. Arms up. Good. From here, we're going to gently release that right forearm down towards the right thigh, just like you're hanging out. And then that left arm is going to reach up and over. Good, so nice relaxed shoulders here, lots of space. Nice and strong. Now we're just going to drip our gaze down towards the floor and start to straighten up this right leg. Fingertips are going to come right onto that shin. We're going to find lots of length through the right side body, but also through the left side body. So you got a lot of stretching action happening. Good, just allowing that left side body to just sort of soften so we can explore the length through the right side. You look like you should be in a yoga ad. Good, we're going to slowly come all the way back up. Come all the way back into warrior one, so bending that front knee. And then exhale, we'll slowly release those palms down towards the floor. Good. All the way back, downward facing dog. One breath here before moving into the left side. Inhaling and exhaling. Sweep that left foot forward. Drop your back heel to the floor. One big breath in. Arms are going to come up. Good. From here, we're going to do a little bit more of an advanced version if you've got the strength. You're just going to drop your left palm to the outside of the left foot. Right arm's going to reach up and over. Again, just a reminder, you can hold here for as many breaths as you want, or you can go from one breath to the next. Depends on your energy level. Depends on how you feel. Jacqueline will be more advanced on one side, and she'll be a little less advanced on the other. Good, we're going to just take our gaze down towards the floor, straighten up that front leg, and we're going to find our triangle pose. Same thing here. So really grounding down through your left foot, nice and long through the legs.
Just got a cramp.
Got a cramp? We need more cacao. Of course, if you ever feel pain, you're gonna get out of this pose stacked. You can go into child's pose if you want. Oh. That's okay. It happens to the best of us. Especially, it should happen in a yoga video. That's right, of course, right? Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah.
All right, deep breath. Deep breath. Right to the calf muscle. We have a couple more here. And then she's just going to come right back into warrior one. Bending the front knee, arms are going to come up, hips closed, palms down to the floor as you exhale. And let's add a nice strengthening vinyasa here. So you're going to come back into plank pose. Slowly lower knees hard, or chaturanga, right? That low push-up. Inhale to cobra with legs to the floor, or up up dog with legs lifting, right back into down dog. Couple strengthening postures, and then we're done. Inhale, come forward into plank. You're going to exhale and release all the way down to the floor. Good. Palms alongside your waist face down so that the heads of the arm moves, those shoulders, can stay up when we lift. Tops of the feet to the floor. We're going to take a big breath in and lift head, neck, shoulders, and feet for locust pose. Really incredibly strengthening for the core. And gently release down. If you feel real strong, lift it all up, including the palms. Just do a few cycles of this and see how you feel. And gently release. Again, rising on the in and releasing as you X. And keeping the back of the neck nice and long. Good, couple more. She's actually going to do my class after this, so it's going to be really fun. She's going to be really tired. It's a lot of yoga. But again, even if you have 2 minutes for yoga, you can do part of this video, you can do all of it. It depends on what you have time for. Anything you need to do is good. So we're going to make our way back into downward facing dog. Take a few deep breaths in your down dog. And then you're going to slowly start to walk the feet forward towards the hands. Let's take a big breath in, look up and lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold forward. Good, from here we're going to slowly rise all the way up to standing pose. Exhale, take the palms together, heart center. And a nice way to get into a peaceful night is to come back to balance and come back to focus. So keeping our eyes open now, we're just going to ground down through our left foot. We're going to come into tree pose. So the sole of the right foot, for level 1, can come right on the inside of the ankle. You can even keep the toes to the floor for support if you'd like. You can climb it up to the shin. You can use your hand and grab it right to the thigh. That's a little bit more advanced. And then knee is going to open up right for the hip. Right? And trees sort of bend and bow in the breeze, right? So that's totally fine, yeah. Take a big breath in, you can send the arms up, you can keep them at your heart. And we're going to shoot for about 5 to 10 deep breaths here. There's something about stillness, being in balance, never knowing what's going to happen. It's going to be a nice smooth transition into the night. Except I could just tickle you and all the way over. Take a big breath in, and then we're going to come back to center. Release that right foot down towards the floor. And we'll take it on the other side. So shoot for 5 to 10, and really, if you fall out of the pose, right, it's not going to matter much. Maybe your friend might make fun of you, but I won't. Deep breath, tailbone down, belly is nice and strong, so imagine the length of the tree. The length of the tree. If you were a tree, what tree would you be? Deep breath. Rooting down like roots of a tree and lifting up like branches. Right? Having that solid foundation and grounding. Let's take a couple more deep breaths. And then we'll find our next exhale, draw the palms together, heart center, release the feet. Just give your feet a little shake. You just give your hips a little shake, little shimmy, little hula shimmy. Shrug out the shoulders just a little bit. Keep your feet soft, hip distance apart. Just draw your palms together at heart center, gazes down, or eyes are closed. And just take a moment to be grateful. Maybe even reflect on your day, be thankful. And then take a moment to let it all go. Big breath in, out the mouth. Let it all go. I think you deserved your cacao-tini. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this happy hour. On behalf of Jacqueline and Lori Searle, this is Yoga and Fitness to Go. Please tune in for more fun and interesting and weird and episodes of how to do yoga and how to fit it into your everyday. Thank you. Cheers.